Hey guys, Omni here. It is finally time to dive into the finale for the Book of Boba Fett. Last episode really was overwhelming, just like with the one before it, just even more so. The last episode just kind of kicked that up to 11, following Din to the unknown planet where Luke has set up his temple. We see it actually beginning construction as he's training Grogu. We get to see a lot of great moments of him trying to pass on some wisdom that he's learned from Yoda. We get some glimpses into Grogu's past, a little bit more of the day that he was at the temple when it was attacked by the 501st and Anakin. Still don't know exactly who saved him. There's some clues that maybe Barriss Offee might be at least mentioned or alluded to, since her emblem was in the hallway. Very well could bring her back for the Ahsoka series. I don't know. Lots of questions there, but you know, we get to see Ahsoka again, also being the kind of mediator between Luke and Mando, as she's like, listen, if he sees you, it's only going to make his training even harder. But if you really want to go through with this, I can deliver the little gift, that which ended up being the chainmail suit that you all, actually a lot of people caught, to deliver to him. Luke makes the call out that he can tell that Grogu's heart isn't really in the training. We even see him like reach out as Mando like flies away, and he realizes he was here but didn't get to see him. So there are these attachments at play, and I'm curious to see if this test that Luke lays before Grogu at the end of the episode is a test really about where that's going to go, what he's going to choose. Because I do think it's interesting too, because you know, if it's not like a surface level test, if there's nothing more to it, you know, it does kind of like call into question, well, Luke does still hold on to a lot of his attachments. Is this a do as I say, not as I do situation, where, you know, he's just kind of like falling into the hypocrisies of the Jedi Order already? I don't know. I hope it's just a little bit more of a test. I don't know that we'll get the answers in this, since we are back on Tatooine with Din now to follow up where that storyline's gone. We reunited with Cobb Vanth, who has been defending his territory from the Pikes, though not letting his people know that this has been going on, trying to keep them sheltered from that knowledge. However, that comes to bite them in the butt when Cad Bane shows up in Freetown and challenges him out and uses him and his deputy to send a message to the outskirts, the people living on the outer rims of these Tatooine settlements, to just let things happen. As long as the Pike's spice flows, everything will be fine and dandy. Which makes me also wonder that since the Pikes hired him to come out here and do this, calling back to Fennec Shand's own kind of questioning of whether or not this Nikto biker game would have been capable of taking out the Tuskens on their own, maybe it was in fact Pikes having hired Cad Bane and sent him after them, which would put even more friction between these two characters, between Cad Bane reuniting once again with Boba Fett. If just adding on top of the pre-existing tension between these two, him having slaughtered Boba's found tribe would just add to that even more. There is also the question, will Luke show up to Tatooine with it being in the middle of this conflict? Because if Grogu does choose the chainmail and he takes him back to the Mandalorian, I mean, he's got to drive him. He's got to drop him off to his at his parents' house, right? He's going to show up and everything's just going to be in shambles. It is his home world. It would be interesting to see him want to get involved, but I don't know. Guys, I'm ready to jump into this, but real quick before we do, remember you can check out the full-length reaction to this over on Patreon, or if you become a member on the channel, gets you access as well. It's just one of the ways you can help support us over here, help us work towards expanding the types of reactions we do, as well as improving the quality and getting assistance with the editing and all that jazz. It really does help us out, along with the watch-alongs for this show. You also get the ones for all the other shows we've been covering on the channel, as well as a bunch of movie watch-alongs that are exclusive to those platforms. At the start of each month, you get to put forth your suggestion, and then in the middle of the month, you vote for what movies we add to that list at the end of each month. Along with that, you also get monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. I try to make it as worthwhile as possible for you guys, but of course, I know not everybody can do that, and a simple way you can help us out just by simply liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, and giving them plenty of engagement, because it really does help us out in the long run here on YouTube. That said and down the way, guys, let's go ahead and jump into Chapter 7. Here we go. Oh.
You returned so quickly.
Did you convince the Marshal to remain neutral?
Yes.
In one way.
Does Fett have any other resources to call upon? He used to live among a Tuscan raider tribe in the desert.
We destroyed them ourselves.
Okay, never mind. They just did it.
The Fett Gatra is taking refuge in the ruins of the sanctuary.
I think I have an idea how to draw Boba Fett out.
Oh, great. Alright, what's the title? In the Name of Honor. Alright, alright. Well, there we go, guys. Holy shit, Luke's here. Dude, we got Luke in the fucking finale. Oh my god.
Officer! I filed for my new Republic.
Or did R2 fly on his own? Because it didn't look like anybody's in the cockpit. Yeah, okay. R2 just flew on his own.
Aw, did they teach you how to fly an X-Wing already? I know an astronaut
Well, damn.
flew the ship. Grogu? Whoa, that's a terrible name. What do you have here, huh?
Oh, he's got the
Something shiny.
chainmail on.
Look at you all fancy.
Hopefully it woke up enough of his memories or whatever. Maybe whatever Luke did to Grogu will awaken more of his memories, so he'll learn his initial training more and more over time. See, I wonder what Cad's plan is to lure Boba out. That's all it takes. The offer of a duel. Oh, I might have been right.
I'm here to negotiate.
I don't negotiate with gutless murderers.
If that's not the quack to call in the stifling slimy. I wouldn't be counting on the people of Freetown to be coming anytime soon. I paid Marshal Vanth a visit. You should have never left him without his armor.
Something feels strange over here.
Have the Pikes arrived?
Not yet, but something feels off.
Oh, shit. The Aqualish turned on him.
I thought we had a treaty. So did I.
Aww.
Santo, come in.
Uh-oh. The Trandoshan's gonna turn too. Yep. Goddamn, we need Luke at this point. Jesus! What the fuck? How are they gonna win? Oh, no. Ah. Get him! Chrysanthemum? You okay, bud?
I suppose you'll be heading out. I gave you my word. I'm with you until we both fall. You sure you want to stay? This is the way.
He said the thing. Used him as a distraction, though. That's okay. That was nice. I didn't think about that. Nice. Dude, hell yeah. Oh, nice. Gosh, man, there's so many of them. That poor bastard. He tried, though. Who we got? Who we got? Who we got?
The people of Freetown.
Yes! Thinking they'd sit down just because you took out Cobb.
I'm sorry about the Marshal.
Gunned him down in cold blood.
Oh, I guess he is dead. Ah. Go, go, Power Ranger! You know, these things might be cooler if they were actually fast. Oh, Chrysanthemum said, fuck all you. Hell yeah, man. Man, I wish we could have saw him, like, Hulk out and take out those Trandoshans. Oh, they better not kill him. No! Get it! Make it, man!
I owe you a nice long soak in the Bacta tank when this is done.
They're falling back!
That's not a good sign, though. Something else is going to come in their stead. Cad. More bounty hunters. What the fuck?
We got problems.
What the hell? Oh my lord! Have we seen these things before? Mega droid decals. These things are badass looking, man. Ooh. Distraction. Oh. Damn.
Our energy weapons can't get through and our kinetic weapons have too much velocity.
So maybe walk into it.
Need reinforcements. From where? You've run out of friends. Protect the others.
So he needs to just like, it's like Dune. You just got to slowly push through it then, right? He said the kinetics were too fast, but I don't know if you could slowly walk into it at this rate without getting blasted. Grogu shows up and lifts it, crushes it. They've at least split them up. That's good, at least. Yeah, shit. Can't get through it fast enough before I can react.
We found you! I got a surprise for you!
Turn around!
What?
Turn around!
Look who's here!
Hey, what are you doing here?
Oh!
Okay, little guy. I didn't know when I'd see you again. It's okay.
He force jumped at him.
Stay hidden until the fight's over. Hey, that's the shirt. You got the shirt.
Oh! Oh! Oh, she lost a tooth. I'm surprised she didn't break her neck. Rancor? Oh, but it's like fucking Godzilla. Dude. I was wondering if this was actually gonna come, like, amount to much. Wait. I see chains. I see reins. Oh! Dude. Holy shit. Maybe you could pick it up by the force field and just roll it like a giant hamster wheel. Wait, is it reinforcing the front? Jeez, he's making it sink. Oh, yep. Rerouted energy to the front. Oh, it's still getting through. Oh no! All right, that's one. That's one down. That's one down. Hope the Rancor is okay though. Oh, look at him a little trodden out. All that to fuck up his leg. I mean, he still did something. All right, good. All right, we still got one more though.
Do it.
Dude. Oh, nope. Bubba's here. Don't worry, we got it. Fucking pinballed that bitch right into the wall. Right into that building. Stop shooting the Rancor! Oh, shield's off, though. Oh! Oh, no, no, no! Damn. Stab me again, motherfucker. Try it. Damn, dude. That was fucking awesome. Man, everything came full circle into the finale, so, like, it all came around. Oh. Cad really just pieced out, though, didn't he? Oh. Oh, never mind. Speak of the devil. We gonna finally have that 1v1? The rematch?
I've known you a long time, Bobo. One thing I can't figure. What's your angle?
These are my people. I will not abandon them.
Like the Tuscans.
Don't toy with me. I'm not a little boy any longer. You are an old man.
I'm still faster than you.
Damn.
You tried to go straight, but you've got your father's blood pumping through your veins. You're a killer. Consider this my final lesson. Look out for yourself. Anything else is weakness.
Oh.
I knew you were a killer.
Oh. Damn, man. That's it, man. He got him. No, 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 stop! What are you doing? No! This is turning into King Kong. We got the Godzilla scene earlier.
Keep him safe.
Well, who's gonna keep me safe?
Oh. 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 Jesus.
Don't worry, kid.
Yeah.
Where'd you go, kid?
Is he calming it? Oh no, he's putting it to sleep. Damn. Aw.
Our deal was that Tatooine was going to be a hospitable place to do business.
It is.
Half of my men were either shot or eaten by a rancor.
Fennec finally made it. Well, there goes all the leaders of the crime families. Oh! 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 God damn! He's got their fucking respect now.
Why does it have to be the right arm?
You should take a nice soak in the Bacta tank.
It's being used.
Cobb. Mail rooms.
We are not suited for this.
Not us. Then who?
Is he just gonna go back to being a hunter? And leave it to the mods? Show me the cockpit. Yes! 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 Oh, but he just wants to be in Daddy's lap, though.
No.
What?
All right. But this is the last time.
So I'm gonna let the credits play out just to see if there's anything going on. Catch everything we can. Yeah, there's something at the end. So, all right, who are we patching up? Yes, I was right. Oh, we gonna get Cybercobb? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that was the Book of Boba Fett. So yeah, I mean, it brought elements from every episode back around for the finale. And I think it just makes everything just a much more cohesive whole. That's why I just kind of keep things, you know, on pause until we get to the end, because that's just how Filoni and Favreau work. Is anything you think is like distracting from the plot or anything like that, it's a setup to something that's going to pay off eventually. And you just got to be patient, man. A lot of people just like no patience. I think another thing that might have thrown people off too is expecting this to be solely about Boba Fett when this was advertised as the next chapter in the saga of the Mandalorian. As we got the announcements of all the other spinoffs, you know, like Rangers of the New Republic, given whatever status that's in right now, shelved. The Ahsoka show, this, they're all in service of building out the same story in the same world. And I think that was a lot of people's kind of confusion about this going into it especially when Mando himself really started to pop up and we started to spend some time there. It's because all these shows are connected and building the same story. So Boba's story, the Ranger's story, Ahsoka's story, in the end is going to service the tale of the Mandalorian, is at least how they've kind of talked about these spinoffs. So was I shocked when we completely shifted focus in episode 5 and 6? Sure. But at the end of the day, when I came out of it, I was like, what are we doing? Came down from that, had to settle into it a little bit, and I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what's going on here. This was an awesome climax, though. This was it. It felt like there was always something happening in this episode. It was jam-packed. It was action-packed, that's for sure. We got Boba riding the Rancor. We got Boba versus Cad. We got Grogu making it home, though no Luke. No Luke for the finale. But R2 just kind of played chauffeur and dropped him off. We had the Tuskens thing resolved. We had the Pike thing resolved. We had the modders brought into play into this as well, and them and the kind of the rural folk and the city folk kind of coming together in the end. The big question mark though is the bartender from Freetown said they shot him down in cold blood. So like, I guess, I mean, he played it off like, yes, he died. But I guess, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean he was killed in cold blood. So like shot him down, like most people like initially would think that, yes. So that's how I took it. But he was like, the back to tank's already in use. So I was like, he said he was going to let Black Chrysanthemum say it, but Black Chrysanthemum was with them. So I was just like, what's going on? Cobb? We're going to get Mecha Cobb. So, hell yeah. Okay, cool. I did not want Cobb to be dead, though. That's like a big thing. I think he's one of my favorite new characters. Obviously, I think the way Timothy Oliphant brings him to life is just a lot of fun. He's just a really cool character, and he didn't deserve to go down like that. We get references to Boba and Cad's relationship when they were younger, particularly Boba, when he was like, I'm not a kid anymore. and all that whenever he was dealing with him, though. They talked about the dent in his helmet. They didn't say exactly where it came from. They didn't really acknowledge the duel they had, but I have to imagine that still kind of happened in the canon. So, but I like how it all wrapped around, man. Boba not backing down, him going down with honor, him and Mando back to back gunning in the streets. This was a fun episode, man. We got some callbacks to Godzilla. We got some callbacks to King Kong. I'm sure there's a lot of other things in there that I'm just not thinking of at the moment. It definitely gave me some vibes of the season 1 Mando finale when they were holed up in that cantina there with Gideon on the outside. But it was a lot of fun, man. The Mando bits, Grogu coming in clutch with the giant, those super mech droid things. I don't know if I've seen one of those before, and if I have, I forgot it. Those things are massive with the shields. I missed. She called out what this prototype, not this prototype, this model is called. I think it's like Scorpion or something in the name, but I missed it. This is the first time I can at least remember seeing them. Those things were massive. Just seeing how devastating those things were is just like impressive, and all the ways they went through it. Mando actually was wielding the Darksaber a lot. I mean, it was still heavy for him, like you could tell, but it was a lot less taxing on him than when we saw him training with the armor. Him and Boba, I just really like that pair. Fennec, though, merciless. Boba, even in this moment, like Cad, after everything, was like, listen, you want to go straight, but there's too much of your father's blood in you. It's like, as much as you want to, that rage, that thirst is always in there. And he brought it out in him, and he fucking got him with the gaffy stick right in the chest. You know, had him at gunpoint, thought he had it won, like in a straight gunfight, like Cad had him in that moment. Riled up his emotions, and Boba just took everything he learned from the Tuskens, brought it around, and got him, calling back to the training sequences we've seen before. Though he lost his Gamorrean guards, the way that like all the families just kind of flipped on him, though, was also something that I was like, part of me was like, are they actually going to stay out of it? I don't know. And then, yeah, they flipped. Chrysanthemum, though, he went boss mode in this. Like, from being completely overwhelmed by all those Trandoshans to somehow getting out of that, whooping ass, coming in, and just making his way out of there. I don't know, man. This was a great finale. Of course, I don't know what to say, man. The Rancor stuff was awesome as fuck, too. I felt so bad for it, though. We never got a name for that Rancor, did we, right? We still don't know its name. I wish we would have seen him, like, build that relationship with it. And, you know, learn to write it like he was going to talk about, like he had talked about doing. I have to imagine maybe that happened off screen while we were following Mando. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen that. That would have been fun. I don't know if we've got confirmation if this is going to be there's going to be a season 2 of this at all. From what I remember, this was supposed to be a limited series, so this was it. So I don't know. I just, like, all I'm thinking about right now is what does that come back to for what did Boba mean when he said maybe this isn't for us? Like, all the bowing and all that, walking down the streets, everybody kind of giving the respect and all that. It's like, is this actually what I want? I was like, motherfucker, you just did all of this for this. Now, given after that whole exchange with him and Fennec, it does immediately transition into the Mandalorian theme. And where do we go right after that? To the Mando in his N1 flying off. And we know he's got the Darksaber, which is supposed to unite his clans among the people of Mandalore. I think that's alluding to that maybe Boba's not meant to rule. Maybe Boba's not meant to lead a group of people. Maybe he's just always meant to be this loner. And that somebody else is more fitting of that. Like when Mando befriended the people of Freetown, where he has his friends. Everywhere he goes, he's making groups of friends. He's making connections. He's bringing people together. Even though this may not be his mission, this may not be what he wants, he might not want it. But at the end, this is, I feel like, what they're setting up. I think that's what it is. Because I know, like, in Legends, Once Upon a Time, Boba eventually reclaimed Mandalore himself and became the next Mandalore. So I think this is them saying, this is maybe where you thought it might be going, but we're taking it a different route. I don't know. I do think that they have been for some time now setting up the Mando to kind of carry that legacy forward. But I still would have liked to have seen Boba like be this crime boss. So I would like to see him stick with that. It doesn't mean he shouldn't still kind of have that dream of his of a refuge for bounty hunters, people of his kind and whatnot, to be able to work freely without threat or abuse in the hands of people who don't give a crap about any of them. I would like to see that furthered, but I'm very curious where this leaves Boba at the end of it. If there's not going to be a daimyo presiding over the town, I believe the next thing on that progression-wise would be to just allow the people of Tatooine to run themselves, to not have, I mean, the Pikes retreated. There was no Kira, there was no Shadow Collective, there was no larger syndicate, so it was all just the Pike Syndicate manipulating everything. I think the only thing we didn't really get a payoff to is who gave the permission to, who granted Tatooine that territory to the Pikes. So we still have that lingering thread. So not everything came back into this episode. Like what happened with the twins, who were the twins reporting to, like that sort of thing. I think that's the only thing I can think of right now that didn't really come back around. But I like this episode, man. I like Boba in this episode. Took counsel from everyone he needed, but when it came down to it, he didn't give up no shit. Like when he was like, all right, I'll let you negotiate. Oh, what's his name? Major Domo or whatever. I'll let you negotiate for me. Here, go tell them this. I was like, dude, I would have fucking skimmed that shit before I went out there though. But he went out there and I was like, I ain't giving you nothing. I was like, I'm so surprised that guy didn't die. But I like that. That was a great little distraction. That was all that was for, was a distraction so that they could get out and start mowing them all down. Baby Yoda, man. Grogu coming in. Also like how she was like, when she was like, oh, his name's Grogu? Like, no way, I'm sorry, no way I'm calling you that. It's like nice little meta reference right there. But yeah, man, this was a fun finale. I liked this season. There were some slower episodes. There were definitely episodes that I enjoyed more than others, but I think it all kind of came together in the end for me. Does it have some issues here and there? Sure. With pacing, maybe even performances and stuff like that. There's definitely some issues that it has, but I enjoyed it in the long run. Yeah, man. I think a lot of people would have probably felt a little more positively about this if it was all out at once. Anyway, Cobb's alive. Mando's got Grogu back, and they're jetting around their N1. Curious what the next steps are for them in this situation. Grogu calmed the Rancor. That was cute. That was fun. Yeah, man. This whole episode was mostly action. But I liked all the elements that they brought to it. Cad, though, I think he's a fantastic character, and we're putting him to rest, I guess. At least here. I mean, there's still Andor he can show up in. There's still, if Ahsoka takes place before she meets Luke, not after, I mean, we could still have him there. We could still have him in the Bad Batch. It's not like this is the last time we've seen Cad. We just now know where Cad's story comes to a close. Yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see, man. It's one way to go out. It was an honorable way to go out. I still wish we would have got like a flashback or something concrete that called back to the unfinished, unaired Clone Wars episode where they had actually dueled, and Boba got that dent in his helmet, and Cad got that metal plate in his head from their duel. Traded those shots, but it is what it is. I think it's still heavily implied, and maybe we'll see that later. Maybe they'll save that for an episode of the Bad Batch where we'll actually see it there. Who knows? Maybe we'll never see it. Maybe the version of it we got in those animatics is the canon version. Maybe that episode is just canon as it is in its current state. I don't know. I would just like some damn confirmation is all I want. The mods for all their modifications, like, you'd think they would have souped up their speeders. Like, we saw the one that, now I know it's a completely different kind of speeder, but like the long speeders, when Fennec popped up on that, it was like, boom, boom, it was gone. But like the mods, their little scooters, little Vespas, they need a kick to them, man. Every time they show up, it kind of sucks a lot of the oomph out of the action going on because those things move at a snail's pace compared to any other speeders we've seen. Like, for as decked out as they are, I would have to imagine these kids would have souped them up and made them fast. But I like how they operated in this episode off of the speeders. Like when they were with the townsfolk, when they were defending Boba, when they were out doing their thing on the patrols, being like representatives of the people that Boba is actually there to protect, and them siding with their people in despite of this, when they were all considering about where they should go, how they should retreat, where they should retreat to, what their plan should be with the Pikes moving in if Freetown's not going to be able to make it. I like how they played into Boba's decision to stay and fortify where they are. Because, yeah, to earn that respect, Boba's got to not run and hide, not go retreat to his castle. He's got to be there to protect the people themselves. I like how that all kind of came around, but figured that would have been something Boba would have already known from how we've seen him talk about everything, how he's already talked about the people need to see him doing things, not just ruling from his chair back in the palace. So there's some minor things like that here and there, but overall, I liked it. Guys, what did you think? If I forgot something, let me know, but sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join our Discord. Links to that and all my socials are down below. Please follow me there. I would really appreciate it. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member on the channel, it gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Nate Prouty, Emo Slytherin, and Melita. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and everybody who's been joining the Patreon and the YouTube memberships over there. It's really helping out with progressing the channel and all that, so I really do appreciate you guys. And everybody else who's been tuning in and following along with this journey. It's been fun. It's been fun. I'm sure for a lot of people it's been stressful, but it's been fun. I found it really enjoyable. But that's it for now. We're at the end of the road, and I'll see you guys in the next one. May the Force be with you always. Take care, everybody.